The day has come, everyone. Survival horror is back, baby. I'm mostly kidding. But the remake of 2008's certified classic Dead Space has finally dropped. Developed by Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Star Wars Squadron devs Motive Studio, Dead Space is a from-the-ground-up reimagining of the original game. From what I've played so far, it's a darn good one. Remakes of horror games are always, they can be a little hard to nail down. I mean, the remake of the original Resident Evil has long been the gold standard for those. And honestly, maybe this is sacrilege. I don't know. I don't really know what people are saying in comparison. Maybe I'm the only one comparing the two. But Dead Space kind of looks to be out for blood in that regard. Being as faithful as can be while also adding in a bunch of new things, from small quality of life improvements to whole side missions and new character moments. One of the bigger changes, of course, was having Gunnar Wright reprise his role as Isaac Clarke from Dead Space 2 and 3. Clarke was a silent protagonist in the first game, and getting Wright back for this remake is pretty big, and a lot of people were unsure of whether or not it was going to work. But
silent protagonist, do you know how many times he screamed in pain in the first game? That's at least something.
That's fair.
That's Scream Queen quality there, I guess.
The best part is that it's pretty seamless. I mean, most of the dialogue has remained more or less unchanged, just now broken up, so Isaac can respond when people are talking to him, rather than just standing there with people talking to him, and then go off to do whatever they told him to do. It actually adds a lot of emotional depth to the game, where previously there was none, especially in moments when, you're going off to find your girlfriend, Nicole. There was a specific moment in chapter 2 or 3, I don't know which one it was, where you find Nicole's office, and I didn't even know it was Nicole's office. I was just exploring, and you hear Isaac just goes, "Nicole, it's me, Isaac." I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm in Nicole's office, okay. And that kind of starts the side quest to actually track down what happened to Nicole during all the fun stuff in the Ishimura. But enough about that. You want to hear about the actual game itself, right? Right. And guess what? It's fantastic. It's Dead Space with a brand spanking new engine that looks, feels, and sounds great. The original's atmosphere was definitely one of its biggest draws, and the remake ramps that up to 11. The blood-stained halls of the USG Ishimura are beautifully rendered, and the lighting effects are second to none. It is legitimately some of the best lighting I've seen in a video game, maybe ever. As such, despite being a game I've played numerous times, it is very, very good at putting me on edge all over again. Enemy respawns. As such, despite being a game I've played numerous times, it does a real good job of putting me on edge. Enemy spawns seem a little more random this time around. Apparently there's something called, what was the term I saw? It was the tension meter, where the game reads, oh, there's nothing really happening to this guy right now. Let's send a couple enemies his way.
That doesn't sound fun. That sounds scary.
Hey, it's a horror game. It's supposed to be scary. But that being said, now you very much have no idea what's lurking around that corner. So, good on Motive for making it just as, if not more, scary than the original game. I've yet to actually finish it. I'm only about 4 chapters in out of 13, I want to say. Yeah, I've yet to finish the game. I'm still about 4 or 5 chapters in out of 13, I believe. But I am really hoping the success of this leads to more Dead Space down the line, whether that ends up being a remake of Dead Space 2 or an entirely new game. Fingers crossed. Dead Space is currently available on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PC, and I'm gonna, again, still early on, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.